Metroid was always one of the most standout games that Nintendo has ever released. While most games on the console were colorful, kid-friendly, and generally adorable, Metroid was dark, creepy, and eerie, exploring a giant desolate planet full of aliens with nothing but you and isolation. It's kinda spooky. So today, we're gonna be checking out some games that were inspired by this concept, whether it be aliens, exploring a huge map, or anything that you play that makes you think, yeah, this is kinda Metroid. So I was gonna look at this anime dating sim involving Samus and Zero Suit Samus as the main love interest, but as I got further into the game, it got very dirty very quickly, and unfortunately I can't show that because YouTube will demonetize it. So instead, here's puppies. I like puppies. So, first up, instead, is a little game called Xenodrifter. Initially released on the Nintendo 3DS back in 2014, the game has a pretty simple story. Our main character is an unnamed astronaut who is traveling on his ship. Or her ship. It's never really specified. Until they accidentally get in a collision with an asteroid, leaving them stranded, only being able to teleport to 4 nearby planets to scavenge material and repair their ship. Every planet is of course hostile, full of aliens and creatures out to destroy you. Our hero is a little character in an orange spacesuit wielding a blaster. Where have I seen that before? The game's art style is in that 8-bit pixel art NES style, just to remind you what they're paying homage to. The gameplay is very addicting, to be honest. It does look and play like an old school NES game, but the hero has a lot of power-ups and weapons at their disposal. For example, there's a power-up that makes you run super fast and fly around, making it easier to get around the stages, which in these kind of games, with as big of maps as they have, it's a blessing. Whenever you jump into the water, you instantly transform into a submarine weapon, allowing you to swim with ease and defend yourself. The only negative thing that I can really comment on are the bosses. They're way too easy, and each one is practically the same as the last. You know how in like New Super Mario Bros, every single boss is practically Iggy? You just jump on them 3 times with a little bit of variation every now and then? That's this. So we beat the final boss, repair our ship, and... No? There's no reveal as to if we've been playing as a boy or a girl? Or heck, even a bear? I don't know, they never tell us! This is a bear now. Metroid Prime was a game that almost gave new life to the Metroid series, going from a 2D side-scroller to the up-and-coming popular first-person shooter. It was great! Here's a game called Another Bound. It's not great. It's a Japanese Metroid Prime thing. I don't know. Our main character is a gray Samus because Nintendo can't sue that. I think. It's a first-person shooter with a story that I can't comprehend because it's all in Japanese, accompanied with anime characters because, you know. The game is okay. It definitely feels like someone's college project though. Very empty and straightforward, all while being technically fine. I feel like I'd probably like this a little bit more if I could understand what the heck was going on! Like this scene right here. I feel like this should be sad. I feel like my heartstrings should be tugging. I mean, I beat the game. Is this good? Is this bad? Tell me what to feel! Here we go! Here's the game that started the Metroidvania craze. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This was easily one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games when I was younger. Just exploring this huge castle as a sword-wielding vampire? Instant classic. The best part about this game is how it just completely catches you off guard and throws constant curveballs. Here's what I mean. The The game starts off looking like your traditional Castlevania title. Here's Richter, there's your whip, there's your moonwalk. Castlevania! Then you approach Dracula. Already?
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets!
Oh, okay, and now he's talking. I could have done without that. Then you're fighting? Okay, I mean, hey, violence solves everything. You defeat him and... what's this? Who are you? I don't want to play as you. Ooh, wait a minute, yes I do! Is this gonna be the game? Am I gonna be this overpowered pretty boy? I love... Whoa. Hey now, excuse you, what are you... Grim, why? Oh, now I suck. And now the game can officially begin. From this point on, you traverse this gigantic castle. Jeez, look at this. Why does Dracula need to live here? Defeating enemies, gaining power-ups, items, experience points. There's just so much to do and explore. It truly is a fascinating experience. As a kid, I personally adored this game because of its gothic scenery and quote-unquote randomness. What I mean by that is, as a kid, I never played this game fully. My friend had a copy, and when I'd go to his house and play, he would be in a new location. So when I played, I was always somewhere else, maybe on the other side of the castle exploring whatever was over there. This game would revitalize the Castlevania franchise, dubbing it with its new gameplay style, Metroidvania. It's a really great game, and I recommend you all give it a go. Mama Samus would be proud. Mama Samus would not be proud of this, though. She would give this a spankin'. Metroid Chapter 2. How come I'm not talking about Chapter 1? Well, there is no Chapter 1. Why is that? Well, it's probably because this game is ass. It's a mobile game, and that's all I should need to say. Review over. It's a mobile game. Every stage is unimaginative, every stage is choppy, every stage lacks fun. So am I gonna end this video on a sour note? Of course not! That's not my waffle style! One more game. Cave Story. Now remember, just because the word ripoff is in the title of this video doesn't mean that all the games are bad, and this right here is a perfect example of that. Cave Story is a huge passion project created by Daisuke Amaya. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Otherwise known by his alias, Pixel. Pixel created the game as part of an homage to the games he played during his youth, such as Castlevania and Metroid. Cave Story was, for the most part, a one-man creation, taking about 5 years to completely develop. And it shows. Every little detail about the game just oozes character and passion. You take control of an amnesia-ridden robot named Quote awakens in an underground civilization where these cute little rabbit creatures called Mimigas live. It doesn't take long until you find out that there's an evil doctor wanting to destroy everything, and lo and behold, it's your duty to save the world. And of course, save these bunnies! The rest of the game has you doing a lot of exploring around multiple dungeons and caverns, fighting off all kinds of creative enemies, and having a grand adventure. I definitely recommend Cave Story to anyone, even if you're not a Metroid fan. This game has so much to offer, and enough to please just about everyone. So, those were some Metroid ripoffs. Did I leave any out? If so, let me know. There are a few games that I've kind of played here and there, so if you want, here are my super quick opinions on them. Axiom Verge is about as Metroid as we're probably ever gonna get. It's 8-bit and has the same exact feel as old school NES Metroid. There's no fancy special moves or power-ups or graphics or anything. If you want to beat the game, you just gotta get good. Again, I've only played a tiny bit of it, so yeah. Here we have A Robot Named Fight. That's a pretty cool title. You play as a robot, presumably named Fight. And hey, look at that, it's like Super Metroid. It's pretty violent and pretty good. Go support indie games. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, if you were Samus, what kind of planet would you like to be dropped off at to explore? I personally would explore planet 205-B. The planet of waffles. I'm so ready!